Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Altcoin Buzz is expanding. That's the good news that we'll kick off with today. And so we're reaching out. If you can contribute, whether you're a researcher or a technical analyst, maybe you know your way around editing software, well, then you should reach out to us. We'll take a look at that in more detail. We'll take a look at the so-called $1 trillion Bitcoin market cap. Forbes is making the argument there. And we'll break down the math. It's actually not all that difficult. It's essentially a quintupling of the current market cap. We're taking a look then at Zilliqa with a series of updates. They are introducing the XSGD, the Singapore dollar-backed travel coin. Digibyte is in the news, or at least this write-up is, with the purported advantages and benefits associated with DGB. Jared Tate has come out and said a couple of things as well. We'll update you as to what those quotes are. We're then looking at Chiliz, which have launched Socios and CHZ staking. We covered staking the other day in our passive income video. Add Chiliz to that list of projects that are availing themselves of the technologies and the opportunities in the DeFi staking space. Guys, if you like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrency, then be sure to like and subscribe. On CoinGecko.com, we see that the markets are up today 1.6%, $347.2 billion. Projects are up a percentage point or two. XRP is somewhat the exception here in the top 10. It's up 4.5% with a very pronounced spike in these last 24 hours. Bitcoin up an even 1% in the last 24 hours. Still in that kind of middle zone between 10 and 11K right now, sitting at $10,732 with a dominance that's also relatively stable, 57.2%. All right, guys, so the good news is that Altcoin Buzz is expanding, and as such, we're hiring. Here's the tweet at AltcoinBuzz.io. We are hiring researchers, technical analysts, and more. Direct message us if you're interested in joining the Altcoin Buzz team. And you know, guys, there's a lot more that goes into Altcoin Buzz than just really some of the editing and the video content that we produce on a daily basis. If you think about it, there's a website to manage, there's a lot of write-ups, there's managing those authors and those journalists, there's the social media aspect, and there's a whole lot more that we'd like to do. So not only are we covering all kinds of different, aspects of cryptocurrency, we're spinning a lot of plates currently. We want to, number one, increase the number of plates we're spinning, and number two, increase the quality of those plates we're already spinning. So there's a lot that's going to be coming out of Altcoin Buzz in the near future. We look forward to showcasing that when it does come around, but stay tuned. We're not too far away right now. If you can contribute, again, DM us if you're interested in joining the team. It is a great working environment, I can tell you. Okay, moving right along. Let's discuss the $1 trillion market cap Bitcoin. Here, Adam Back, conservative. I'd say Bitcoin likely sees $1 trillion market cap within 2 years, but probably sooner. $1 trillion is about $50,000 per Bitcoin, $50,000. And here's the math if you break it down. We've always talked about the gold market. We've talked about the market cap of the gold industry at currently about $8 trillion. And so that's a pretty good barometer. $1 trillion by comparison is actually a little bit conservative. And again, going back to CoinGecko.com, you can see that Bitcoin right now, let's round it down to $10,000 with a total market cap. Let's round that up slightly of $200 billion. So you take $200 billion, you multiply that by 5. That's what gets you to $1 trillion. Multiply the unit price per Bitcoin by 5. Again, if we're rounding down, being conservative here in our estimate, $1 trillion Bitcoin market cap looks like about a $50,000 Bitcoin, and that's entirely possible in the next few years. A major Tesla investor has predicted Bitcoin will be worth that much in under 10 years. So a prominent investor in electric car maker Tesla has said it expects Bitcoin's total value to balloon to between $1 trillion and $5 trillion during the next 5 to 10 years. Quote, Bitcoin offers one of the most compelling risk-reward profiles among assets. As our analysis suggests, it should scale from roughly $200 billion today to about $1 to $5 trillion network capitalization during the next 5 to 10 years. ARK investment management analyst Yassin El-Manjira wrote in a report last month, adding that investors shouldn't ignore Bitcoin as an asset class. Guys, just ask the Michael Saylors of the world, ask the MicroStrategies of the world. You have more and more people that are coming on board with this kind of mentality. And ARK Investment Management is best known for its wildly optimistic price target for Tesla, which has been soaring. A bet that somewhat paid off this year as the Tesla price increased fourfold. Yeah, I'd say that's somewhat of a payoff, absolutely. And here you have the reference, guys. As you can see, Tesla ticker is TSLA. Started off the year really just about evenly at about $100 or so at the beginning of 2020 and is teetering just above 400 right now. So more than a fourfold fold increase. It's been a pretty banner year for Tesla. Absolutely. Quote, our analysis suggests Bitcoin is early on its path to monetization with substantial appreciation potential, El Manjiro wrote. In our view, Bitcoin's $200 billion market cap or network value will scale more than an order of magnitude to the trillions during the next decade. It's all pretty standard math, to be honest, but again, Forbes is writing to a rather lay audience, so you'll have to forgive some of the simplicity. If you'd like to explore this in more detail, guys, it's not a lengthy article at all. That's just about the entirety of the argument, the fact that we can quintuple in total market cap. That would bring Bitcoin's unit price from about 10K to about 50K. That's what would get us into the $1 trillion club. And from there, you're looking at a doubling and another quintupling to about the $200,000 to $250,000 mark per Bitcoin. That would get us to about $5 trillion. And then we're really knocking on the door of gold's market cap. So there you go. Pretty simple argument, in my opinion, but nothing too revolutionary. However, it's still worth mentioning. Again, I think it's positive that Forbes is covering this in more and more of a positive light. We're seeing less FUD, more positivity, more optimism when the likes of Forbes come around and cover Bitcoin and blockchain and cryptocurrency. Okay, let's get into the meat of some real altcoin updates today, starting with Zilliqa. They have launched ZilSwap. We talked about this the other day. It's a big deal. At Zilliqa on Twitter, make sure you're following. ZilSwap just came to town courtesy of Switcheo Network, calling token holders and arbitrageurs to, number one, provide liquidity for the pair and earn transaction fees. Number two, sign up to maintain ZilSGD peg on the XSGD pair. Watch this space for demo videos to be shared today. Not too surprisingly, Zilliqa investors responding very enthusiastically to this news. Again, market cap up 1.6%. Zilliqa ZIL beating that out substantially, up 7.5% in these last 24 hours to now just under 2.1 cents US. Continuing with the updates here. Become a liquidity provider on ZilSwap and get rewarded in fees. Here's a short guide on how to add and remove liquidity from the pool at any time. Prior to becoming an LP, liquidity provider, you should clearly understand impermanent loss, and you can read about that here. You may have picked up on that mention of the XSGD in that previous tweet. That is the Singapore dollar-backed stablecoin associated, of course, with Zilliqa. Zilliqa-powered XSGD's public listing signals a major step forward in making a regulated and travel rule-compliant digital asset more accessible to all. Kudos. Proud and excited that the first stablecoin pair, ZILXSGD, will be listed on Switcheo Network's ZilSwap. More good news, therefore, all around for Zilliqa. You can read more about it here on medium.com. Let's switch gears now and talk about Digibyte for just a second here. We're on the currencyanalytics.com. Digibyte, in a nutshell, is making things better for everyone, not only the blockchain space, but arguably beyond. This article reads as a bit of a love letter to Digibyte, and nothing wrong with that. As per the Digibyte awareness team, they tweeted, quote, DGB has an elevated level of ambition. Our grassroots movement has empowered a new generation of leaders to steward a new technology. It is on us to keep working to leave a legacy and raise our spirits high by giving back to each other in hard times. Jared Tate, he weighed in on the recent BitMEX kerfuffle, the indictments of Arthur Hayes and others. So he effectively provided a warning in which he stated that right now is a great time to remind people for the 1,000th time that you should never leave a large amount of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Digibyte, or any other digital asset of your favorite crypto on any centralized exchange for any extended periods of time. Guys, of course, we all, hop onto an exchange. We all use the platforms and the services. There's nothing wrong with using it. However, to use that as your bank account, I fully agree with Mr. Tate there. I think that's where people make a mistake. That's where you're incurring a risk that you can otherwise avoid. You can avoid it very easily, in fact. Jared Tate expresses that everyone should expect more regularity moves in the forthcoming months. This, in turn, would fuel the DEX movement, decentralized exchange movement. This is better for all in the long run, and he pointed to how a short-term crackdown will likely intensify in the months ahead. Jared Tate also recently stated that there is a lot of noise about the blockchain technology. He congratulated Brian Armstrong for taking a mission-first approach. And there's some other stuff here that I guess relates to Jared Tate's views on President Trump and coronavirus and all that kind of stuff, which we won't get into here. But again, a bit of a love letter to Digibyte and the organization. They are down slightly today, 2.2% down for whatever reason at about 2.6 cents US. But stay tuned. I think they have some good things up their sleeve and a very bright future indeed. Okay, to close things off for today, let's discuss Chiliz here, because CHZ has launched Socios and CHZ staking, which is a big deal. At Trust Wallet app here on Twitter, they are giving away $2,500 in Chiliz. Again, 2,500 CHZ. 10 winners are going to get $250 CHZ each. Here's all you have to do to enter the competition. Number one, you have to retweet this particular tweet. You have to follow Trust Wallet app, Chiliz, and Socios, all three. You have to download the Trust Wallet, link is included here, and reply with the sports team you would like to see tokenized very specifically. So don't forget the link here is in this tweet. If you'd like to enter the competition, guys, again, this Trust Wallet app tweet will be linked to in the description below. You can check it out there. CHZ, Chiliz, in fact, weighing in at Chiliz with 1L is the ticker. Make sure you're following. Socios Locker Rooms now live. Stake CHZ for a chance to earn a 10% bonus as well as new fan tokens. Lots is happening, guys, with CHZ, with Chiliz. And sports isn't even really something that we've returned to yet. I mean, sports is only just starting to be reintroduced into society. You know, there's some hiccups with that, obviously, logistically. But once this takes hold, I think this is just the perfect marriage of a proper use case, proper execution, a great team, and a great idea, which is why we at Altcoin Buzz are so excited about Chiliz and everything that they stand for, the Socios app as well. Of course, Chiliz up 4.7% on the day, sitting currently at 1.13, let's call it about 1.14 cents US. And that about wraps it up for today, everybody. Hey, do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into the website altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell, of course, to receive notifications. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget we are expanding in just about every capacity. If you can lend your talents and your efforts and your resources and your insight toward that expansion effort, then do get in touch with us. Again, go back to this tweet here that we talked about at the top of the video. DM us and provide some more information. We'd love to start a discussion. Best of luck, guys, if you choose to invest on this Monday. Stay safe out there. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.